Welcome back to Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Well, congratulations to our contest winner earlier today. First lucky person this week to win a family 4-pack of tickets to see the Nutcracker, American Repertory Ballet's production of the show at State Theater, New Jersey on Friday, December 15th. Going to give away another family 4-pack of tickets tomorrow. And in fact, you'll have a chance to win every day this week right here on WCTC. I want to welcome to the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline this morning two of the other performers who are with the show, with the Nutcracker show. We're going to talk about all the dates that are coming up in December. I want to welcome in the two performers who play the roles respectively of Cavalier and Sugar Plum Fairy. We have Journy Wilkes-Davis and Anna Wilkes-Davis. Good morning to both of you. Thank you for your time today.
Good morning.
You guys aware you have the same last name? I'm not the first person to tell you guys that, right?
No, you're not the first one.
An artistic couple? Would I be correct in guessing you're a husband and wife team?
We are indeed, yes.
That's awesome. Wow. Congratulations. That's really cool. Let me start with you, Journey. Talk about American Repertory Ballet and working with them in this particular production. And this is it's one of the longest running that you'll find in the entire country. Talk about what it's like to work on this show with a company and the great reputation that American Repertory Ballet has.
It's just a great experience. It's been a total blast. Kind of a whirlwind because we got back from doing our fall repertory and just went right into the Nutcracker. And we're besides doing Sugar Plum and Cavalier, we're also performing Arabian and Snow Potted. So there's a lot of stuff, a lot of material to learn, and all just amazing choreography. The production has a lot of historic value, especially the first act, which I believe is like 54 years old, the choreography. So they've been doing the same choreography in the party scene in the battle for that many years. So it's a very cool experience to be a part of something that has that much history, but also to be a part of something that's just so very well done. An amazing artistic experience.
Yeah, that's great. Same question for you, Anna. Is it kind of uncommon to play 2, 3 roles or 2 3 different characters or performances in one show like this? You do more than one show or one role yourself?
We are doing Sugar Plum together. We're doing Snow Paw together. We're doing Arabian together. And then I'm also the Dewdrop Fairy in some performances. And it was just a lot of material, like Journey said, this being our first season with the company. So since it is sometimes similar choreography, people who have been here for years kind of already know and are more comfortable with their roles. So it just felt like a real whirlwind for us, learning all of it brand new this year and going right to the stage. So we're really excited. We're having a lot of fun. It's always exciting to go in and perform 2 different things a day. It makes every show feel really fresh, like you have a different character completely, even though it's the same storyline. So you can see it from a whole different perspective every time you go out on stage.
Right. Really and Anna, talk about how important it is for the other members of the cast here. I see a lot of interaction. I've seen this show a bunch of times in a row and will again this year as well. The interaction between a lot of the characters. It seems like just the rehearsal time seems difficult because, some scenes you're with one actor or dancer and other scenes are with another actor or dancer. And to be able to tightly choreograph and have enough time to rehearse this, it always just seemed like a tremendous commitment to me. How many hours would you say of rehearsal time do you put in for these performances?
Well, typically in a day we'll have class, and then after class we'll rehearse for about 6 hours.
Wow.
And we work usually Tuesdays through Sunday for this particular performance period. So Mondays would be our days off, and just all solid working Nutcracker, and then occasionally touching on our spring rep that's upcoming as well. So
wow.
We get a little variety thrown in, but a lot of Nutcracker prep.
Sure.
It's really important.
Journey, she's mentioning a 6-hour workday. If you knew that, you'd just go out and get a 9-to-5 job if you knew it was going to be this much work, right? But you guys obviously love it, right? You love what you do.
Yes, you're right. We could get a 9-to-5 job, but it's just an amazing experience to be able to dance every day, doing what you love. being a part of something so beloved as the Nutcracker, there's really just a tradition kind of, around the U.S., to go see the Nutcracker for Christmas time. So it's great to be a part of so many people's lives who get to experience that with their family.
Yeah, and it never fails for all the performances that I've been to. You always see when you go to no matter what venue it is, and we're going to go through the rest of the schedule in a moment, where they actually sell the collectible Nutcrackers out in the lobby of the venue, and every time I'm seeing people that I'm sure that by now they have to have every one. They're always carrying one or two of the Nutcracker collectibles with them, whether they're for gifts or they're adding to their own collection. And right away that says to me that, you know what, maybe a person saw the performance or heard about the performance and they were touched again, and it sort of impacted them in a new way. So now they feel compelled that they want to sort of take a piece of the show home with them. And that's kind of what I take away when I see people buying the merchandise at these venues. Do you get a chance, Anna, to talk to a lot of the people that come to the shows, maybe after a performance? You get a chance to sort of interact with some of the attendees?
Actually, so far I haven't really been able to speak to anyone after the shows. I'd love to. I'd love to, see some kids after a matinee. That's always my favorite because they just really believe the magic, and it really makes my day to hear what their thoughts on the show and their favorite roles. And so I'd love to see some people after stage shows.
Yeah, and there are some school performances coming up, and I'll mention those in a moment. But Journy,
yeah.
Everybody I've talked to say that an audience of children or young people is always the toughest because they're very easily kind of distracted, and you know what? If they're not enjoying what they're seeing, they'll just tell you that they're not having a good time. Do you feel any sort of pressure when you're performing in front of a young audience? Your wife Anna sounds like she enjoys it tremendously. How about you?
Sure, there's always a little bit of pressure when maybe the audience isn't actively responding to what you're doing on stage, and so you feel a little bit like you have to take it to the next level almost, and push even a little bit harder to try and get them on board with what you're doing. But I always feel excited either way. And sometimes it's a challenge. Sometimes it's just they're with you all the way. The audience members are. So yeah, it's always fun to see what that show is going to hold for you.
That's what I love about what you guys are doing. Like, no matter how much rehearsal and the performances are going on, you're always looking to just kind of tweak and perfect things. It could be an athlete that's at the absolute top of his or her game, Anna, but they're always just looking to make things just a little bit better than it was the time before. And the approach that I've always thought that people, performers and dancers like yourselves take is somebody might be coming to see me tonight for the very first time, so I want to give them my best performance. Does that kind of go through your mind during the show?
Absolutely. Every time you step on stage, you want to make it feel like the first time, again, fresh, but at the same time, learn from the ones you have done in the past and try and make each one better than the one before. Especially towards the end of the run, you always want to leave your last shows on a high note. You don't want to go and have to wait until next November, next December before you can try and do it again. So the early on ones usually just, you're trying to do your best, and it's kind of new to you, so you just want to build a little confidence, and then as you go, you just feel better every single time about what you bring to the stage and your character and your technique and everything. So
one thing I've noticed about this show, of seeing it a bunch of times, Journy, is it as physically demanding as it appears? Because from my perspective in the audience, it appears to be very demanding. Is there your body needs some kind of recovery time after these performances each day?
Oh, for sure. After the show, we usually go home and ice, take a bath, stretch, and just completely relax. We don't do anything after these shows. After a weekend of shows, it's just a day of relaxation and not doing anything, besides kind of rehabbing the body a little bit.
Wow, and just kind of getting yourself physically and mentally ready to do it all again the next day, right?
That's right.
Wow. Anna, is it tougher on some of the performances when you have two in one day? Because I know there's a couple coming up in December where it's an afternoon and an evening performance with not a lot of downtime in between.
Yeah, it really depends on casting, but the artistic staff is really, really good about kind of spreading out the roles, and that's another reason we have so many roles per dancer in the show, so they can kind of rotate kind of a heavier show with a lighter show depending on the role. And so, for example, if we're doing Arabian and Snow Paw, then Snow Paw's a little bit harder, and then Arabian's a little bit easier show, relatively speaking.
Gotcha.
So we could do both of those in one day.
Gotcha. Okay. And as we wrap up here, let me just tell everybody you can go to the website arballet.org, and that's the American Repertory Ballet's website. You could purchase the tickets, all the scheduling, all the information is right there. But let me just give you the dates and the times and the locations for the upcoming performances of American Repertory Ballet's The Nutcracker. This coming weekend, December 8th and 9th, there's 3 performances in South Orange at the South Orange Performing Arts Center. Then it's back to the State Theater in New Brunswick for a total of 6 shows beginning on Friday, December 15th. As you heard Anna mention, there's a school time performance at 10:30 in the morning on the 15th. There's the 7:30 show the evening of the 15th, and that's the tickets we're giving away all this week here. 2 shows on the 16th, 2 shows on the 17th. And let me remind you, the State Theater performances are the ones that will have the live choir and the live orchestra as well. And then the shows wind up for the Nutcracker on the 22nd and 23rd of December. In Deal Park at the Axelrod Performing Arts Center, there's a total of 3 shows there. And again, scheduling, information, tickets, you could find it all at arballet.org. Anna and Journy Wilkes-Davis, thank you so much for your time today, and congratulations and good luck going forward with the performances of Nutcracker. Have a great holiday, and it was really wonderful speaking with both of you today, okay?
Thank you.